Hey guys, this is Evan from 521 Productions, and this is my preview on Texas A&M versus UCLA. The game will be played on September 3rd, which is Sunday, at 6 p.m. Central Time. It will be at the Rose Bowl in Pasadena, California. So this is going to be the first game of the season for both teams. Each team's coach could be on the hot seat, especially with a loss in the first game of the season. UCLA starts as a 3.5-point favorite to win the game. According to ESPN's FPI, they are a 68.4% chance to win. Now, Texas A&M comes into this season with last year going 8-5 with a bowl loss. Last year, they also beat the Bruins at Kyle Field in overtime, 31-24. They have one of the most interesting QB situations in the entire country. The starting QB for this game has not been released yet. There are three possible starters for the Aggies. They come in the senior, Jake Hubenak, the redshirt freshman, Nick Starkel, and true freshman, Kellen Mond. The starting QB will most likely not be chosen until kickoff. On the defensive side of the ball, the Aggies lost both their defensive ends in Deshaun Hall and Myles Garrett to the draft. However, both safeties return in Watts and Wilson. They could be keys the entire season, and especially in Game 1. On the offense, the Aggies return running backs Travion Williams and Keith Ford, and also star wideout Christian Kirk. For the Bruins, last year they had a very disappointing season at 4-8, the worst out of Jim Mora's 5 seasons. An early home loss could put Mora on the hot seat. For this season, Josh Rosen must be healthy. The demise of the Bruins' 2016 season followed his injury on October 8th against Arizona State, which ended his season. After his injury, UCLA won only one game. Depth at the offensive line is a big question mark for the Bruins. The key will be senior center Scott Quesenberry, whose leadership will be key as the only returning all Pac-12 first-teamer. Defensively, UCLA must find a way to stop the run. They allowed an average of 172 yards per game last year, one of the worst in the entire country. Keys on defense for this game are senior linebacker Kenny Young, who will be a huge leader, and freshman cornerback Darnay Holmes. The Aggies will try to exploit Holmes as much as possible. So my prediction for this game. Both teams under their current coaches have very impressive Week 1 records, with both teams going 4-1. UCLA's only loss was last year to Texas A&M. With this game being at the Rose Bowl, UCLA will have this distinct home advantage. However, I think Texas A&M, with it being the first time for their trip to the Rose Bowl, will be very ready and will be very excited to play in this huge game. With Texas A&M's returning secondary, I think that this gives them an advantage against the pass-heavy offense of UCLA. His experienced secondary has already seen Rosen once, which can only help. With stellar running back Travion Williams against a potentially weak run defense in UCLA, I give the Aggies the better chance here as well. With all these things considered, I'm going to predict the final score to be Aggies 34, Bruins 21. Hope you guys liked the video. If you did, make sure to hit that subscribe button and like it. Leave a comment down below if you think I was wrong or right, and we'll figure it out next week. Thanks guys. Gig 'em.